What's going on, guys? How's it going? And today we are going to be predicting next season's League 2 English table. This is obviously for the 23-24 season. Let's start now. And yeah, mate, can I just say, obviously this is early. Not many transfers has happened in League 2. I don't follow League 2 that much, but I thought that it was a nice place to start. You know, predicting stuff. So let's do it now. If I don't get everything right, then you can't have a go at me because it's League 2. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, starting us off in 24th, I've put Crawley Town. Obviously they just survived in the league this season. They came 22nd, which is obviously one place off relegation. They were only a few points off, and I just think that they're just not good enough at the moment. They run up FNT money, NFT money, whatever it is here, and they're not run well. I think, like, what's his name? Manny nearly played in a FA Cup match for them. Obviously, Toja's brother. So, I just think that they're not really going anywhere, and I don't see them staying up. So I put Crawley Town in 24th place. In the second relegation spot, number 23, I've put Doncaster. Last season, I believe they came like 19th or 18th or something. I think they did. I think they concede way too many goals, and I don't think they're going to stay up this season. So yeah, that's my reasoning behind it. They just survived this season, and they're going to do it again. In 22nd place, I put Colchester. I think they are very good in their defence. They do not let in that many goals, but they're a bit like a Burnley was under Sean Dykes. They don't concede much, they don't score much. I think they will barely survive in League 2 again, coming 22nd place. And now I'm going to make a few people happy by saying this, but in 21st, it's Notts County. Yes, they're going to survive. They've just come up from the National League behind Wrexham. They've won the playoffs, obviously, and they have gone through. They absolutely smashed the National League last season, them and Wrexham, both over 100 points. Two teams over 100 points in a season is absolutely mental. I think with that, they have to stay up. I think they're on an upwards. Obviously, they've got a massive fan base, haven't they? I think with that, they will stay up in 21st place this season. Now, in 20th, I have put Sutton. They finished 14th last season, but near the end, they started picking up some very, very bad results, and I think this could lead to them doing worse next season. I don't mind them as a club. I don't really mind them. But I just don't think they're going to have a nice season next season, so I'm going to put them in that 20th spot. In 19th, it's AFC Wimbledon. They came, I believe, 21st last season. Yeah, they came 21st last season. I think in the near future, they could be pushing to be in League 1 once again, like they were a few seasons ago. But I just don't think this season is that season. I think it will come soon, but just not yet, Wimbledon fans. 18th spot, it's Tranmere Rovers. Now this could be very controversial because people may think that they're going to push for promotion this season. They've placed 12th. I don't see it. I do not see promotion in Tranmere. They don't score. They've got they're a -3 goal difference, right? I don't think they're the sort of team I'd see pushing for promotion this season. So I'm going to put them down in 18th. I think it's going to start going down for Tranmere from here. In 17th spot, Forest Green Rovers. Alright, understand now, they have just been relegated from League 1, obviously. They had an absolutely horrendous season. Obviously, it was a nice journey going up to League 1, Forest Green Rovers, but they just didn't adapt enough. They weren't good enough for the League 1, and I think the momentum of them coming dead last bottom, I think it's going to really hurt the club. And although I do like the club, obviously it's all like vegan and that, it's nice for the environment, but I think they're going to slip. They're going to slip and fall into 17th spot. In 16th, I've put Harrogate Town. I'm expecting more of the same from Harrogate, but I'm expecting a bit of improvement. They're a high scoring team. They do score a lot of goals. I think they scored the most out of the whole bottom half of that table, at least the relegation spots near there. I think if they can get that defence sorted out, get some proper players, get some proper defenders at the back, they could push to even the top half of the table this season, possibly. I'm putting them in 16th. That is respectable, I think. In 15th spot, I have put Gillingham. Obviously, they were in League One only, I think, a season or two ago. They're going to be wanting to get that back there soon. And the thing is with them, they really do not score enough goals. They scored, let's have a look, it was in the 30s, I believe, and it is the least in League 2 this season. 36 goals. It's just not good enough in that big of a season. They played more games than they scored goals by 10. It's not good enough, is it? Really, it's not good enough. But the thing is, they conceded less goals than Salford City, and they came 7th. So they need to score more goals. I'm expecting a bit of improvement for them to come 15th, only 2 places upwards. But I think they can do it, and I want them to get promotion again. I do like Gillingham; they're all right. 14th, I've put Newport County. I'm expecting more of the same. They finished 15th last season. I don't have much to say on them. I don't know much about the club at all, like I do with a lot of these League 2 teams. I don't know much about them, but I'm gonna say they come 14th, which is only 1 place up from last season, which is not bad, obviously. In 13th, I have put Morecambe. I've just got that feeling that the League 1 relegated teams are just going to absolutely flop in League 2 this season. It's just the momentum is not really going to help them whatsoever. I've put them in 13th because of that reason. This one might come as a bit of a shock. 6th this season, but I'm expecting next season for them to come 12th. It's Bradford City. What I think, right, obviously they're in the playoffs. They completely bottled it in the second leg to Carlisle. They ended up losing 3-1 after they got won the win the first leg. But I just think they are really inconsistent and clumsy. Like, they were in the race for instant promotion and they really could have got it, but they kept picking up so many silly draws and losses. They lost 2-0 to what's it called, I think the bottom team in the league last season. I forgot what they're called, but that did happen. And they just kept picking up draws throughout the season, and if they didn't do that, they would have finished in the top 2 over Stevenage possibly, or the top 3. So like, I think if that inconsistency carries on, they could end up falling, and that's why I put them in 12th. 11th, I'll put Milton Keynes Dons. Need I say more? They are a poorly run club. They have a fan base of a 5-year-old Manchester City, and they're just not good enough. They're really not good enough. They're not run well, obviously. I think they are going to be one of them teams who flop in League 2 this season. They're just not going to do well. 11th place. In 10th place, cracking the top 10, I'm putting Walsall. They finished 16th last season, but I'm expecting a bit of an upward spiral from this team in the next few years. They're not going to get to the playoffs this season, but maybe in a few seasons' time they may be getting close. They beat Doncaster 2-1 in their last game of the season. It was a promising result. I think they're going to start spiraling up. In 9th, I'm going to put Crewe Alexandra. They had a very bad season last season in League 2. I thought last season that they'd go straight back up, but obviously that didn't happen. I'm expecting them to improve. Maybe not to promotion yet, but I think they're going to improve 9th place. In 8th place, I'm going to put Barrow, just missing out on the playoffs spot for next season. It's a sad thing that happens, but it's just got to happen. I think it'll happen to Barrow. They'll go up 1 place, but just miss out on promotion. Finally, moving on to the promotion spots, and Grimsby fans are going to love me. In 7th, I've put Grimsby Town. I think they are a very well-run club. I can't speak today, man. Well-run club. They're a very well-run club. Obviously, they got promoted last season. They did very well in their opening season in League 2. I think it's going to go up for Grimsby, and they're going to get a playoff spot in next season. In 6th, it's the club who was just promoted and is run by the one and only Ryan Reynolds. I think if you're being funded that much by people like Ryan Reynolds and that, they got Ben Foster in last season, for Christ's sake. I think they will push for promotion. I think they even have a chance to gain instant promotion. I'm not going to be that like outgoing yet, but I'm going to say they get top 6 for sure. Next up, in 5th, the Mighty Stags, Mansfield Town, my team, my favourite team in League 2. We have been pushing for promotion for so long now, a few seasons. I think last season we made it to the playoffs final where we just absolutely flopped at Wembley. I think we'll have another go at it this season. Hopefully we get promoted. Come on, you Stags. In 4th, I put Swindon. They've been in a similar place to Mansfield, hanging around the promotion spots. It's not happened though, just yet. So hopefully they're going to be hoping that they can go up this time. I'm going to put them in 4th, just missing out on instant promotion. But that is my guess. Breaking into instant promotion spots, I'm going to say Salford City come 3rd. Obviously they're well run. They're obviously funded by these players: Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Nicky Butt, Phil Neville and David Beckham. Bennett like Beckham. Yeah, I think that they are going to get instant promotion this season. I think they will. What else do I have to say? 2nd place, I'm putting Stockport. They missed out on promotion this season in the playoffs finals due to a penalty shootout because of a late equaliser by Carlisle. It was devastating for them. I watched that game. It was a good game. It was a good game. I think they're going to bounce back this season once again and finish 2nd. That means Accrington Stanley will be League 2 champions next season. I just think they're too much of a club that I wouldn't see in League 2. I think they are definitely a League 1 club. I think they'll bounce back from their relegation other than the other 3 clubs. Jesus Christ, I need to learn how to speak more. They will bounce back from their relegation, unlike the other 3 clubs going down. Well done, I did it. Well, that rounds off this video. I hope you enjoyed. These have been my League 2 predictions. Goodbye.